Welcome to the Jamaican Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon members. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yes, if you live in the United States of America and I've been following up politics, you would understand how Americans think. The American, especially those that align with the Republican Party. The Republican Party is a party that it's all about white supremacy, racism. They don't like black people. But this is not about politics. So, right now if you look at your LCD, you will see that, that's a black woman holding a white child. And she's a Jamaican woman. Her name is Yvonne Smith. And, she has been named as the fourth victim of a tragic private plane crash that resulted in the loss of life, including those of a 2-year-old baby and the mother. So rumor has been spreading in the United States of America after the accident, even up to this day, that it was the plane was, the plane was shot down by the United States Air Force. Yes, that's what white Americans are saying, the ones who are aligned with the Republican Party. The party in which truth doesn't matter to them. They're honestly, they remind us of the PMP back in Jamaica. And these are people when they're lying, they have no shame. Trust me, believe you me. So in Jamaica, we call the PMP a criminal organization, and you can say it's pretty much the same thing right now with the GOP in America. Wrong is right to them, and right is double right. They are always right. And they don't believe in democracy. They believe in gangsterism, terrorism, and they terrorize people and they lie. They have to do all kind of things to win. They cannot just go and face the voters like that. And guess what? The voters vote and they vote against their own interests because they're just voting for rich people, enslaving them financially. And they would rather to vote against their own interests because once it's going to benefit people of other races in America, they rather to suffer than for everybody's to have it. So these are people who do not have any love inside of them. But today we're not going to really delve about them. So we're just going to tell you so why some Americans believe that the U.S. Air Force shot down this plane with the Jamaican Nanny. So did you know that many people think that the U.S. Air Force shot down the plane involved in this tragic Virginia plane crash? Yes. In the realm of conspiracy theories, there is one such stands out among the rest. The belief that the U.S. Air Force shot down a plane carrying a Jamaican nanny and her employer as her baby because the parents and grandparents are wealthy GOP donors who have donated money to former President Donald Trump's 2020 presidential campaign. So they are saying the reason why the Air Force shot down the plane is because parents of the woman, the white woman, and her baby is because her parents are big spender in the Republican Party, wealthy donors, and they donated over $500,000 to Donald Trump. So they said that's why they want to say to Democratic government had ordered the shoot down of this plane. So we're going to delve into it. So this is nothing short of a conspiracy to cause the family hurt. Today, we delve into this controversial incident and seek to unravel the claims. It all began on a fateful day in 2023 when a small private plane disappeared from the radar over U.S. airspace, carrying a Jamaican nanny and her employer's child. As news of the incident spread, so did whisper of a darker truth. That's how it is in America. So some Americans argue that the U.S. Air Force mistook the small aircraft for a potential threat and fired upon it, resulting in tragedy. But why would they shoot down an innocent plane carrying a nanny and children? How did these theories gain traction? Critics claim that nearby military exercise training operations could have led to confusion among the Air Force pilots, resulting in this tragic mistake. Some even suggest a cover-up with the government concealing the truth to avoid public outrage. And that's how Americans operate. Everything is conspiracy and cover-ups. So critics claim that the nearby military exercise and training operation could have led to the confusion among the Air Force pilots, resulting in the tragic mistake. Some even suggest a cover-up with the government concealing the truth to avoid public outrage. So that's how Americans are. Everything, there's always some hidden agenda. Americans, I think they are one of the most paranoid populace in the world. And and the next would be the Russians. The Russian people, they are totally, their brain is not theirs. So aviation experts, however, argue that the shooting down a civilian aircraft, especially without proper justification, goes against all established protocols and would be a gross violation of international law. Stress the improbable nature of such events. Multiple investigations follow addressing the claims and examining radar data and eyewitnesses' testimonies. While conspiracy theories can often captivate our imagination, it is essential to separate fact from fiction. Many Jamaicans are like that too. Them love this, this fiction thing where people, imagination of people create illusions, things that are not real and that people believe. You understand? Like, you have some people in Jamaica who'll tell you that, Jim Brown is not dead and all those madness. That is just conspiracy theory. And there's no truth to that. Because the man is really dead. Jim Brown died like 31 years ago, or thereabout. While conspiracy theory always, captivate the imagination, it's essential to separate fact from fiction. And the reason why we repeat things sometimes is that sometimes people don't get it the first time. So that's why sometimes we repeat things, just to make sure that the audience gets in what we're saying. So in the case of the alleged U.S. Air Force involvement in shooting down the Jamaican nanny's plane, the evidence simply does not support the claim. Today, we dive into this conspiracy theory and examine the details. On the fateful day, the lives of 4 individuals were lost. Adina, Azarian, a real estate agent, her 2-year-old daughter, Aria, Azarian, their living nanny, Adina Smith, and pilot Jeff Hefner. Jeff Hefner, we don't know if he's related to you, Hefner. So their untimely death devastated their families and left the community in mourning. But what fueled the beliefs that the U.S. Air Force was involved in the downing of this plane? Some claim that the plane crashed. Yes, some claim that the plane crash mysteriously circumstances point to something more than just an accident. Conspiracy theorists argue that such an unfortunate incident could not have been an innocent crash, as the expert them that with no expert training or knowledge, and so them just come up with your things. So they question why the plane abruptly veered off course and why no distress signal was sent. Under this theory, it is believed that the US Air Force deliberately shot down the plane, hiding a sinister truth. But why? Yes, and so as we talk about that now, if you remember the time when Barack Obama was president, and there's a plane that left Boston, Massachusetts, and it crashed in Portland, and to this day, they haven't retrieved the plane. And some people in the Caribbean was saying that that was a plane that was filled with, the Chick V thing, and that's when the Jamaican people came on a severe attack after this plane was crashed. So many Jamaicans came down and they have all kind of illness. Some die, some end up, get paralysis. And that's why people are when they come on to America, black people and the world do not trust America, because they always, have to believe that America is trying to get rid of black people off the planet. It all depends on who you ask. It's right. It's all, you understand. So people are entitled to their own opinion, and some people will go after facts, because history would have taught us, some things that they have done when it come on to some not so nice things to black people. So we can't ignore history, because they say people who ignore history always tend to make the same mistake. So it is not weird for people to think in that term, you understand, in that realm of conspiracy theory, because people have seen things manifest out. After the plane crash in Jamaica, then after that you have the Chick V, and then you have chick gun, and all kind of chick this, and you understand. So the Jamaican people, black people and the whole who can think, they will always be skeptical of American and white people. You understand? So some suggest that the passenger held valuable information or were involved in covert activities. So people want to say, boy, the people them in the plane. So you look on them want to say the people in the plane that they were involved in some clandestine activity for the United States government, and that's why them kill them, because them know too much. Sometimes them say, boy, the least you know it better for you. Sometimes you know too much and it will cost you your life. So you have to deal with secret. But it goes to show that if government were honest, people wouldn't have to be lying. But that's how it is, Everything with government and people, it's so many liars, and honest people don't really make it to the top when it comes down to government. You have to be a very dishonest person. To climb up the ladder. Once you're honest, you're going to be stuck at a certain level in your job. That's how it is. Even the corporate world, I'm telling you. So, however, it is essential to separate facts from speculation. The National Transportation Safety Board investigations into the crash reveal no evidence or foul play of interference by the U.S. Air Force. The report concluded that the crash was due to mechanical failures. As our hearts goes out to the family of those lost, it is essential to respect their mourning and not indulge in baseless theory that only add to their pain. We must remember that tragedies can happen without malicious intent. While some believe the U.S. Air Force had a hand in the Virginia plane crash, the official investigations suggest otherwise. As we continue, so the Virginia plane crash that claimed the lives of the pilot and 3 passengers, including beloved nanny and real estate agent Adina Azarian and her young daughter. The prevailing belief that the U.S. Air Force was involved in shooting down the plane. This captivating exploration aims to unravel the mysterious surrounding this heartbreaking incident. The challenge commonly held perceptions prepare to be enlightened and discover a new perspective on the Virginia plane crash tragedy. So, so let us at the Jamaican Young Police Channel honor the memory of the victims, yes, by focusing on facts and offering support to their grieving loved ones. Yes, Adina Smith, that she's Jamaican by birth. That's a black woman that was hugging up the little baby. So we want to express our deepest condolences to the families of all 4 that was lost aboard the plane. Yeah, so So let us honor the memory of the victims, and that's what we're doing. So in the tranquil Appalachian Mountains of Southwest Virginia, Southwest Virginia, a small civilian jet aircraft suddenly finds itself in peril. The pilot, who mysteriously passed out mid-flight, is now helpless as the plane hurtles towards disaster. Meanwhile, at Joint Base Andrews, President Biden and his brother enjoy a leisure round of golf, unaware of the unfolding events. The unresponsive aircraft is being closely monitored by the Secret Service, which tracks its every move with precision on its radar screens. The plane, destined for MacArthur Airport and New York's Long Island, tragically crashes in the remote Appalachian Mountains of Virginia. As news of the crash reaches the Secret Service, a mission is launched to secure the site and gather vital information. Agents swiftly mobilize, utilizing helicopters and their expertise to navigate the treacherous mountain landscape. On the ground, they find the plane in ruins, clues scattered amongst the debris, leading them closer to uncovering the truth behind the pilot's sudden incapacitation. Meanwhile, President Biden is briefed on the situation and offers thoughts and prayers to those affected by the tragedy. Throughout the investigation, the Secret Service remains vigilant, ensuring that no stone is left unturned as they work tirelessly to uncover the cause of the mysterious crash. The Secret Service mission to unravel the mystery of the Appalachian plane crash. Yes, yeah. If you haven't subscribed to the channel as yet, yeah, please remember, subscribe. Yeah, man, subscribe to the Jamaican Young Police Channel if you haven't subscribed as yet. Yes, like the video. Yes, select the bell and select all, so that when we release a video at the Jamaican Young Police Channel, you'll be the first to receive. Yes, and if you're over here, you know that you must be enjoying the video. Yes, like the video, comment below, and we'll respond in due course. Yes, become a member, join the channel or the Patreon group, and you'll get videos that you can't see, cannot be posted to YouTube, so it's on Patreon. There are several videos there with information about all kind of people, killings and stuff like that, and who's responsible and the people behind it, who has been hiding for years. So we have exposed them, you understand, based on information received from the Intelligence Bureau, courtesy of the special branch members, that the PNP LGBTQ plus criminals dismantle. So moving on. Yeah, so as we continue, the journey, so thanks for watching this incredible story of the Secret Service mission to unravel the mystery of the Appalachian plane crash. So the pilot of the ill-fated plane had tragically passed out, leaving the aircraft unresponsive. Meanwhile, during this time, President Biden and his brother were engaged they were playing golf, you understand? So with the aircraft movements, they tracked it on radar to make sure that they have the precise, location. America have, some of the best and the latest technology, because they invest in human resource. And one thing with them, they always funding research. And for any country to dominate the world or for your people, you have to involve in technology. You cannot be just consumer. And that's one of the biggest problems of, our little island in Jamaica. So as we go behind the scene, the efforts by the Secret Service in their mission to unravel the enigma behind the perplexing crash explore tireless work of investigators, piecing together fragments of evidence to understand what led to the catastrophic event. Prepare to be on the edge of your seat as we reveal the unknown aspect of this incident, shedding light on the complex dynamics at play. So The Secret Service mission tracking the mysterious crash in the Appalachian Mountain. So, the beloved Jamaican Nanny, Adina Smith, she was killed in the crash, the Jamaican woman. And you know that she was well loved, by all who met her. This woman was just something else. You understand? So Adina Smith, as she, who's a Jamaican by birth, with her on June 6th this year, Adina Smith with her employer Adina, Azarian, and Azarian 2-year-old daughter, all three died in a plane crash on Sunday. That was Sunday, June 5th, along with the pilot, Jeff Hefner. Jeff Hefner, we don't know if he's related to Hugh Hefner. If you know about Hugh Hefner, that's the founder of the Playboy. Boy, that the man, he was a sex symbol back in the days. So we don't know if he's related to him. So, a beloved Jamaican Nanny was among the 4 people killed that Sunday. And, when the private jet they were traveling lost contact with air traffic controllers and crashed into the mountain in rural Virginia. Adina Smith, 56, was killed along with her employer, a luxury real estate broker Azarian, and 2-year-old daughter. At the point, the unresponsive Cessna Citation flew directly over Washington, that over DC, prompting the launch of military fighter jets that set off a sonic boom around the capital region. As federal investigators continue to piece together what happened, new details are emerging about the people who have lost their lives in a tragedy that has left friends and family reeling from the Hamptons to South Florida. The Hamptons are bare rich people live there, so in New York. Azarian, 49, was a well-known New York's real estate agent, a luxury broker whose portfolio of exclusive listing was the envy of colleagues. Friends said she conceived her daughter during the pandemic, then hired Smith as a living nanny in her East Hampton home. The pilot and the third passenger killed in the Sunday's tragic Virginia plane crash that left all 4 aboard dead has been identified. Adina Smith, the living nanny for real estate agent Adina Azarian, 49, and her 2-year-old daughter Aria Azarian died alongside the doer and the pilot Jeff Hefner, according to report. Originally from Jamaica, Smith helped take care of little Aria at her mother's East Hampton home, according to the U.S. Sun. Friends of Azarian told the U.S. Sun that she was affectionately called Nanny V and described her as a remarkable woman with a beautiful soul who shared a special bond with the single mama and her daughter. Azarian parents, successful business people and Republican donors, John and Barbara Rumpel, confirmed the death of their daughter and granddaughter Sunday night. So this is where the conspiracy starts now, because the girl who hired Adina Smith, her parents are wealthy and they are Republican donors, GOP donors. Yeah, that are the same people them where believe say Donald Trump never win Donald Trump never lose the election, in which Republicans normally do not get popular vote in America. If the American electoral system was like most countries in the world, the Republican would never even see the White House. They would only visit it. But based on them set up a thing called electoral college, that kind of madness. It's like playing golf, and that's how people with the least vote and them win based on the state them where you win. Yeah, that's how they become president. Because Donald Trump, if the system was fair, Donald Trump would never be president, because majority of American people did not vote for him. So they are very, very. These people don't believe in democracy. So that's what that's why the people now believe it's some conspiracy. Because that's how these people are. If one person vote for the Republican and 10 vote for the Democrat, they would want to switch it around and say it's 1 for the Democrat and 10 for the, in which it's not factual. That's how these people think. Facts, they ignore facts. So that's why they say it's a conspiracy, say boy. they kill the Jamaican Nanny, and everything had to do with because the woman, her parents are GOP contributor to Donald Trump campaign, and you understand, so believe that they were killed because of retaliation against the parents, the Rumpels, which is just madness. You understand? So so John Rumpel identified that the father identified the pilots of the Doom Cessna as F9 in an interview with the US Sun. And US Sun is one of the media house up here in America that, will give you information day in, day out. So them identify all of the victims them, and Nanny, if I didn't see it, has been named as the fourth victim. So she was the only black person on the plane. That crash that resulted in the loss of lives. So a wife and 3 kids survived EFNA. Florida attorney Dan Newlin, that's our man right up there in Tampa. Dan Newlin he's always involved in veteran things. Yeah. He's a big time lawyer, but him always support veteran causes here in Florida. Dan Newlin. Good lawyer too. And he told the people, and Newlin said that EFNA had flown for him and called him a highly accomplished and skilled aviator. Childhood pals of Azarian said she decided to have a family of her own and struggled for years to conceive before she was blessed with her miracle baby. She went through everything as a single woman to have a baby. And I can't say, since Aria being born, I don't think I have seen her twice without her former classmate. Tara Brific Lopa, 47, told the Post. It was just the two of them every single day. That was what she always wanted. The jet violated airspace around Washington, D.C., prompting military to scramble 6 F-16 fighter jets in a supersonic chase before the Cessna crashed into the mountains of Virginia. So because, you look at LCD, you see the plane above the dark plane, the one like the sea. You understand? That's the plane. That's 6 of them were dispatched, deployed, so that's why people believe it was the plane that shot down the plane that's below, the private plane below. You just can't take, when it comes on to conspiracy theories and how them think. So she went through every single thing that had a woman. She went through everything as a single woman to have a baby, and can't say since Aria been born, I don't think I've seen him twice. That's what one of my friends says. So tragically, Azarian death is not the first time the Rumpels have lost a child. John Rumpel told CBS News, I never met a sweeter person than Adina. This is the second daughter I have lost, and she was the most wonderful human being I have ever met, John Rumpel said, adding that they adopted her. Their other daughter, Victoria, died as a teenager in a scuba diving accident in 1994. The grieving parents told the station. Barbara Rumpel, a businesswoman and member of the NRA Woman Leadership Forum, posted to Facebook that her daughter and granddaughter died in the crash. So on Sunday, Barbara, she shared a photograph along with a heart-wrenching statement. My family is gone, my daughter and granddaughter, she wrote. The 2 women and baby were flying from Tennessee to Long Island on a private Cessna owned by the Rumpels when the aircraft veered off its path and entered into restricted airspace over Washington, D.C. So that's the thing why they must say the Air Force shoot down the plane. Because it veered into restricted airspace. So the Department of Defense deployed 6 F-16 fighter jets out of Joint Base Andrews to chase after the plane, whose pilot was not responding to air traffic controller. The jets flew at supersonic speeds to race to the rearward plane, causing a sonic boom that rattled the greater DC and frightened residents across the region. The military jets reportedly seen the pilot slump over in his seat. The North American airspace Defense Command said Monday. Aviation experts believe the Cessna may have lost pressurization, causing the pilot and everyone on board to lose consciousness due to lack of oxygen. While the plane likely continue flying on autopilot, they think it's eventually run out of fluid and nosedived into the mountains and heavily wood area in Virginia around 3:30 p.m. The aircraft dropped more than 30,000 feet per minute before it crashed in a remote area near the Blue Ridge Park around Raffine, leaving a crater from the impact and a few pieces of debris behind. The FAA and National Transport Safety Board are investigating the cause of the accident, with officials noting they would have a preliminary report ready within 3 weeks. The official conclusion of the downing of this plane is the pilot had some medical problem and that the aircraft might have experienced some cabin oxygen pressure, and there is no evidence supporting the theory that the U.S. Air Force involved in shooting down the plane. There is no evidence to support the claim that the United States government shot down the plane because of the relationship of the passenger to the wealthy GOP donor. This claim is based on pure speculation and rumors. The United States government has a long history of respecting the laws and protecting the lives of its citizens. It is implausible that the government would commit such an heinous act without justification. There are many possible explanations for why the plane was shot down. It is possible that the plane was mistaken for a threat, or that it was carrying weapons or other illegal material. It is also possible that the aircraft was shot down by accident. Without more information, it is impossible to say for sure why the plane was shot down. However, it is essential to remember that the United States government is not above the law, and it would not have shot down the plane without good reason. So, some people are speculating that the government shot down the plane, while others are saying the government is saying, no, we didn't shoot down the plane. There was no reason for us to do that because we'll be violating international laws and our own laws. But because of the Rumpel's connection to Donald Trump, they feel, the Republican, when it comes on to the Republican Party, majority of them they are white people. And when we say white, they claim that they are Christians. They don't believe in a Christ, because they don't even know that Jesus Christ is not a European. Jesus Christ is a black man. You understand? Yes. So that's the reason why they feel that the American government is involved in shooting on the plane, because of the owner's connection to Donald Trump and the GOP party. The GOP party, they defend, when it comes on to decency, they have none of that. Decency, honesty, and truthfulness. If you watch Fox News, you're going to get caught up in a web and might even lose your life, because that's what happened to many people during the pandemic. But we don't support the theory that the American government has shut down this plane with Adina Smith, the Jamaican. And the reason why we're saying that is that you have to understand that the American government have to account for it. And there was news media that was following the plane. Yes, they have the plane up there following it all the way to the crash site. And if something sinister happened, they would have reported it. So, our deepest condolences to the family of Adina Smith, the Jamaican, and to the rest of the members of the Cessna aircraft, have lost their life in that tragic accident. That this only goes to show you that life is very precious, and that's why we must respect other people. Treat people like how you want others to treat you. It is a really sad day for the family of these people who have lost their lives, and I just hope we'll help to clear up some ambiguity that people have about the crash of this plane that killed the Jamaican nanny Adina Smith and the pilot, Jeff Hefner, and the mother and daughter. Have yourself a beautiful